If you didn't already know it was here, you probably walked right past it. Hidden under a small footbridge in Upper Darby, Parkview Station doesn't look like much, but that's exactly what makes it so interesting. It's quiet, tucked between houses and trees, and unless you're from this neighborhood, there's almost no reason you ever find yourself down here. But this little station has been holding on since the 1950s, quietly serving whoever still remembers it still exists. Parkview sits on Septa's M line, formerly known as the Norristown high-speed line. This route runs through Upper Darby, but the vibe here is nothing like a busy subway stop. There's no crowd, no sound of announcements echoing through the tunnels, just the hum of the tracks and maybe one or two people waiting for the next train. When you think about Septa, you probably picture the big stations, 69th Street, Norristown, maybe 15th Street downtown, but this is one of those forgotten spots that time kind of skipped over. The station first opened back in 1953. It replaced a bus line that used to run through the area, and even though that might sound like forever ago, not much has changed here since then. In fact, the only major update happened in the late 80s, when this bridge overhead was replaced, and even then, it feels like everything else around it just froze in time. By 1987, Parkview was actually the least used station on the entire line. On average, only about 15 people boarded here a day. 15. That's smaller than a single Septa bus route. And honestly, standing here, you can see why. It's not exactly convenient. It's surrounded by residential streets, it doesn't have parking, and it's easy to miss. This place feels more like someone's backyard than a transit stop. But there's something kind of special about that. While most of SEPTA's network has grown and modernized, Parkview feels frozen, like you're seeing what suburban rail used to look like decades ago. There's no fancy station design, no electronic screens, no vending machines, just a small platform and a bridge connecting both sides. Simple, practical, and quiet. You can actually see how small it really is. One platform on each side, just enough space for a short train to pull in, and when that train leaves, it's silent again. You can almost hear the neighborhood around it breathe. What's crazy is that even though barely anyone uses it, Septa still keeps it open. And honestly, that's kinda nice. It shows that even the smallest stops, the ones that most people forget about, still have a purpose. For a few riders, this might be the easiest way to get to work or downtown. For others, it's just a small reminder of how big and connected this region's transit network really is. Every little station like this adds to that web. And that's what makes Parkview so unique. It's not about numbers or design, it's about survival. Stations like this are living proof that not every piece of transit infrastructure needs to be big to matter. So while most people pass through Upper Darby without ever noticing this stop, Parkview keeps doing its thing, quietly, consistently, and without any attention. It's small, it's forgotten, but it's still part of the system that keeps the city moving. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching JF Transit, where even the quietest stations have their story. Please don't forget to subscribe, and please leave a comment down below.